swinging on a star. Could be swinging on a star.
Oh, Eve, you seem a little tired.
I am. I feel like I have orangutan arms.
Well, we had a deal, you bag it, you drag it. Well, next time, pack for a weekend and not a summer vacation.
Well, I better go upstairs and get unpacked.
How are you going to get that up without a forklift?
As Confucius say, mother who helps daughter lives prosperous life.
Huh?
Or not.
Don't forget you promised to call Dad when we get home.
I will.
Bill, junk mail, occupant, bill. You may already have won $1 million. Great. Now Ed McMahon can pay my bills.
Mom!
What? What's wrong?
Somebody stole Dad.
What?
I went upstairs to call him and the cube is gone.
Evie, now calm down. Think. Where did you put Dad last?
He was in my room, right where he always is.
Are you sure?
Come on, Mom. I wouldn't misplace my own dad.
Well, nothing seems like it's been stolen. We weren't robbed. I hope he wasn't cube-napped.
Who would do an awful thing like that?
Cube-nappers?
The police will be able to help us, won't they, Mom?
No police.
Why not?
Well, Evie, what am I supposed to tell them? My husband is missing? Well, officer, he lives in a little cube on my daughter's night table.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? I don't like that, Eve. That sounds like a 10 on the uh-oh-ometer.
I'm 11. I already called 911.
Oh, Eve, that rings in the mayor's place. You know what a snoop he is.
I'm sorry, but I had to do something.
I know, of course you did. Okay, sit down now. Now we'll put our minds together, and I'm sure we'll figure out where he is. Now, do you remember the last time you saw Dad, what you were doing?
You remember, don't you? It was just before we left for San Francisco. I was packing, and I was just about finished. I decided to discard a few non-essentials. So I took this huge non-essential and put it on my desk. All of a sudden, my ear began to itch, so I scratched it, and it got skinny.
Your ear?
No, my dictionary.
You were going to take a dictionary to San Francisco?
It's my flashback. I can pack what I want. So then I tried the same thing with Bubba. It was incredible. Suddenly, Bubba became the world's first anorexic teddy bear.
Evie, hurry up. We're going to miss the plane.
Bill, you are the most incompetent painter in the state of California.
Oh, yeah? Well, my other customers don't think that.
He's right. I think he's the most incompetent painter in the entire Western Hemisphere.
See?
Phil, is that yellow paint, or have you been swimming in egg yolks?
Oh, this is yellow paint. Egg yolks have too much cholesterol.
Well, Donna, we'd better go. You're going to miss that plane.
Oh, Phil, here is the key. Please, remember to lock up the house before you go.
Okay, but if I lock it up before I go, I'll be stuck inside.
They're right. The entire Western Hemisphere.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Mom, you won't believe what happened just now. The cube opened and all of a sudden, Bubba Bear went from fat to skinny.
Skinny? You mean like all of a sudden?
That's amazing. I haven't seen this much weight loss since Olga, the bus driver, got her tummy tuck.
This is Chubby Bubba.
It was incredible. And it happened to the dictionary, too. Each time the cube opened, it sent a flash. Well, you know the rest. I told you and Uncle Bino on the way to the airport.
Well, it's an interesting story, but I can't tell that to the police. Alien cube shrinks bare, then disappears. Inquiring minds want to know.
And what do we tell them?
Freeze!
Is he terrific or what? Watching him work is sheer poetry in motion.
Must be one of those poems that don't rhyme. Kyle, who is this person?
Police, Marlo Weiss. Who's the chick?
That's Donna,
What about the chicklet?
her daughter.
What are they doing here?
We live here.
Prove it.
There's my mail. My name and address is on it.
Lucky for you have this, Mrs. McMahon.
Kyle?
As far as I know, they are who they say they are.
Would you mind telling us who this person is?
You don't recognize me? My picture's only been in the paper about 1,000 times.
Well, that explains it. I don't read the comic section.
Bad sense of humor. I like that in a woman.
Donna, you don't know the famous Milton Weiler?
Oh, yeah. Weren't you on TV in the olden days?
That's Milton Berle.
Milt happens to be a dynamite detective. He was in charge of the West Coast investigation of the Boston Strangler case.
Yeah, I worked my fanny off on that one.
Well, if that's all you have to work with.
So let's get right down to the nitty-gritty, shall we? Now, a good cop, that's me, always asks the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and who.
That's 2 who's.
Nitpicking. I like that in a woman. Now, my job, to assemble a set of clues with which to apprehend the perpetrator of this soon-to-be-mentioned alleged crime in question.
I didn't understand a word he said.
I didn't either. Are you sure you're not a lawyer?
Well, let's get down to the first W. What happened?
I have absolutely no idea.
My jewelry box was kidnapped. Stolen. And it was real valuable. It had sentimental value. So could you help us or what?
Oh, yes, I'll get to the bottom of this, or my name isn't Milton Pistol Pants Weiler. Now, whom, in addition to yourselves, had access to this abode while you were in absentia?
In absentia?
Small town south of Sonoma. Does he ever speak English?
Look, I'm a cop. I talk cop talk. Once a cop cops out on cop talk, he's a flop of a cop, and a flop cop might as well cop his mop and...
Stop! I'll talk. We were going off to the airport. I was giving Phil some last-minute instructions.
Hold on now. Who is Phil?
He's the perfect suspect. A drifter who passes himself off as a handyman and preys on innocent women who live alone. You know, this would make a great movie of the week. I could play you.
I'd like that, buddy. I'd like that a lot. Of course, you'd have to play it a little younger.
Wait, Phil wouldn't steal anything.
No, he's not a crook.
Nah, neither was Nixon, but look what happened there. All right, this Phil person. Let's get him in here and give him the 4th degree.
Isn't that the 3rd degree?
Not when I get through with him.
I didn't do anything, I tell you. I'm innocent. I was at the movies. Yeah, that's where I was. It was a double feature. I sat through the whole thing twice. I was there for the entire duration. Look, you're not gonna pin this bum rap on me, I swear. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
Phil,
Please.
Phil, He only asked you your name.
Oh. Oh. Well, in that case,
My card.
Phil Pedrosian, painting and crochet. Give me your walls and your doilies. All right, Phil, just what do you remember?
I remember my 3rd birthday party. I remember the Alamo. I remember the Floss Daily.
Phil, I think he means when we left for San Francisco.
I'll handle this, miss. I mean about when they left for San Francisco. Now start talking. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to grill anyone with a 40-watt bulb?
Look, I got nothing to hide. I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
That's more like it. Now, you were entrusted to secure this premises. Did you?
No. But I locked everything up.
How can you be so sure?
Is that one of those trick questions?
Ah, you've been through this before. All right. What else do you remember?
I remember when the Dodgers played in Brooklyn. I remember Wax Lips. I remember Tiny Tim. I remember Gary Puckett. I remember... What do you mean about the day in question? I was working in the kitchen. I was on one of those little rolly things with the wheels on them.
Phil, do you have to whistle like that while you work?
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll stop.
Phil, I thought you were supposed to be painting anyway.
I was, but I spilled some paint down the garbage disposal.
What? Oh, well, clean it tomorrow. I've got to lock up and get Don and Evie to the airport.
I gotta get it out before it gets hard.
Don't be stupid, Phil. All you have to do is rinse it through the disposal while it's still liquid. Ah! Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Bino, the most amazing thing I ever saw.
What?
Yellow garbage. And that's pretty much it. They left, I finished up, locked myself out, and walked home.
So, you just walked out of here that evening and didn't see anything unusual.
Come to think of it, I did. When I got home and changed my clothes, I noticed that I put on 2 different colored socks that morning.
All right, you can go. Just don't leave town till this case is settled.
Man pours paint down a sink, can't match his socks. I don't think he can find his way out of town.
I guess you're right, buddy.
Thanks for putting in a good word for me.
Now, who else has access to these premises?
Nobody.
You confirm that?
No, I mean, yes. I mean, nobody else can get in here.
Wait a second. What about Bino?
Wait a minute. Just who or what's a Bino?
My uncle, and he wouldn't steal my jewelry box.
No, and Christina Crawford's mother wouldn't whip her with a wire hanger.
This is outrageous. I will not have my own brother treated like a criminal.
Look, if Phil didn't do it, and you didn't do it, and the Chicklet didn't do it, that leaves only one person who could have done it.
The butler?
Your brother. Right now, he's a prime suspect. Get him over here. That does it. I'm issuing an APB.
I only called him 5 minutes ago.
And he only lives next door.
He was in the shower.
Likely story.
I'll go over and hurry him up. Hang tight.
You know, the detectives on TV are a lot nicer when they're asking people questions.
Yeah, well, the detectives on TV are all wussies.
Somebody wanted to talk to me?
No! It's my brother.
Oh, yeah? Then why is he hiding in there?
I wasn't hiding. I just thought I'd fix up a little snack.
Ah, well, that's very kind of you. Only a good cop never eats while on duty.
He's gone!
Don't shoot, it's only the mayor!
You were right, Milton. The scoundrel skipped town. I'm gonna call Highway Patrol and tell them to keep an eye out for a sneaky, beady-eyed criminal type. Oh. Hiya, Bino. How's it going?
All right, now, just what do you remember about the evening Mrs. McMahon and her daughter left for San Francisco? And I want to know everything.
Okay. Well, we had to have an early lunch so they could make the plane on time. So we had lamb chops and mashed potatoes, lima beans. No, actually, with the peas. So then I thought a late snack might be good, so I made some diet hot chocolate, cut a sliver of cheesecake with just a dab of ice cream.
Oh, this guy didn't have time to do anything wrong. He never quit eating. All right. We're gonna run all this down to the lab and start coming up with some answers.
Good thinking. What lab?
Ladies, this case is as good as solved. Milton Weiler is now putting his brain into overdrive.
Well, that'll sure be a welcome change from reverse.
Hostile. I like that in a woman.
I'm so glad he's gone.
Me too. I'm hungry. Uncle Bino, is it okay if we have whatever you're making?
Well, I wasn't really making anything, Evie. I just said that so I wouldn't have to come in there and talk to that detective.
Why?
I have a confession to make. See, I didn't really exactly tell that guy the whole truth.
So you left out the garlic bread on the dinner. Nobody cares, Bino.
No, I left out a lot more. See, after I left the airport, instead of going straight home, I came back here. Then I went upstairs and went into Evie's bedroom. Amazing. It is thinner. Troy. Yoo-hoo, Troy. I know you're in there. Oh, come on, Troy. You're not still mad about that tape recorder in your honeymoon suite, are you? It was just... I never... Hey, Dad, open up. It's me, Evie, okay? No, huh? Okay. Well, look, Troy, I just wanted to talk to you about that new little trick you showed Evie. You know, the one that makes things thinner. So, how about just opening up and let's chat, huh? Probably just stuck. Yeah. So, Okay.
So, what happened?
You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Your dad bit me.
No wonder, that's breaking and entering.
Oh, I've tried everything but dynamite to get this thing off my hand.
Hey, watch it. That thing is my husband.
Look, everybody, I'm sorry. I just wanted to be like every other overweight American and lose 50 pounds in 5 seconds. Is that asking too much?
Oh, Bino. You ain't heavy. You're my brother. Evie, call your dad so Uncle Bino can get his fist out of the cube.
Yeah.
Okay. Dad? Dad? Can you hear me?
Oh, thank heavens. Hey, it's all pruny.
Well, you leave your hand out in space a few days. You've got to expect that.
Hi, Evie. What's up?
Hi, Dad. Uncle Bino accidentally got his hand stuck in the cube.
Oh, must you blab it to the entire galaxy?
What was he doing with his hand in the cube?
Well, he wanted to get thinner, like I accidentally did with Bubba Bear.
Evie, that power isn't really designed to make things thinner. That's just the first step of the process.
What does the second step do?
It's kind of a cross between vaporization and charbroiling.
That could have been me.
That could have been Bino, which could have been an improvement. The power can be used for good, for evil, or for deep frying.
Or not at all.
Or not at all.
I get the picture, Dad.
Well, I gotta go, honey. Listen, give your mom a big Antarian kiss for me.
I will.
What do you say we all go out to eat? Come on, Bino.
That could have been me.
It's like he's in a trance or something.
Bino? Bino, dinner.
Oh, great. I'll make the salad.
Works every time.
Weiler, Marlowe Weiss.
Don't shoot! I'm coming!
Just thought I'd come by and give you an instant update on the investigation.
Oh. Yeah, wouldn't you know, the funniest thing, we found the jewelry box.
All right, I told you I'd solve this case.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Oh, don't be me. I left it at the cleaners.
Ditzy. I hate that in a woman.